Welcome to the Catalyst Marketing Lunchtime Rant. This is episode 2 for us. I'm Mariah Kamei. I'm a director of client services and strategy over here. And joining me today is Trevor Keating, our director of digital marketing, and our fearless founders, Robin Emiliani and Jem Schwartz. All right, folks. So the topic today, so interesting. We are often in our own little lab and experimenting with different ways to conduct sales outreach for our clients. We got a chance to be on the other side of the glass this week, and Jem was the recipient of a very interesting approach for getting a meeting on the books with a salesperson. So we want to talk a little bit about all types of things, personalization, sales meetings, and automation. So large topic to discuss here. Let's kick it off. So Jem, you received a prospecting email. Let's say, what stood out about it for you?
Well, we're getting a ton of prospecting emails these days. So it's very, very hard for anything to stand out. So the fact that it really caught my attention, Mariah, you're right, was just super cool. And it's from a company. Can I say the company? I'm going to say the company because I think it's super cool.
You can. We're both over here.
So Marketo, Marketo is one of our clients, and I think they're really smart, right? So it's no wonder that I download a bunch of stuff from their website all the time. And what's really sucky for them is we happen to be kind of an ideal customer profile in that we're an ad agency, and in theory, right, they want to sell to ad agencies because their software really helps enable marketers. So they think that we are one of their key prospects. And I have not burst their bubble because I figured, it'll just be good for us to kind of get a sense for how they prospect and how their sales team communicates with prospects and customers, because it'll make us smarter about how we help them market. So that's been my rationale. So when I got this email from Alec, he was like, "Hey, Jem, would love to talk to you. And oh, by the way, I picked something out for you that I thought you would really like. So, let's have, a meeting to discuss, whatever your needs are." And maybe not even a minute later, I get the same sort of note, but slightly changed, but very consistent in tone and content via LinkedIn. So he was really trying to catch me from both email and LinkedIn. And the thing that he was trying to give me, Trevor said, I would really love, and it's this portable espresso machine, because Alec must know that I'm now a newfound camper because my husband's making me do that. And that is going to make the camping experience better. Like, it's going to make me feel like I'm at a Starbucks instead of out in the woods with no bathroom, So anyway, I just loved so much just the method of communication and the content of the communication and how personal it felt, that I distributed to the entire team, and really felt like it was a best in show.
So I think
in addition to that, it's, you got a gift, or you're getting a gift. And I
don't know. Just so you know, Marketo, I'm not accepting the gift because,
because they're a client.
It's like, it would be like a friends and family thing taking advantage, but I love the intent behind it. But Go ahead, Robin.
And I think that's what we're all trying to figure out during the shelter-in-place times, COVID-19, is, direct mail has been recently very, very effective for us. So now that everything has turned on its side, it's how do we figure out this direct mail component, because it is a great component of campaigns that we run. And I think the way they did it, I thought was so effective, because it's a way to not come out and ask, "Hey, what's your home address? Because I need to send something to you," which feels super intrusive and awkward and uncomfortable. But still be able to give you something, that they've been thoughtful about, because it is personalized to you, Jem, which I love. And what did we determine the platform was? Alice, ALYCE, is the platform we think they use to be able to come up with this particular gift. And I don't know what Alice uses to determine that.
So this is what I wanted to segue to, because I am very curious about this. Jem, I think you hit a little nugget, which was really interesting. You're like, my husband's into camping, not me.
Right.
So, going into this concept of personalization without drinking too much of the Kool-Aid, was it cool or was it creepy that he had picked out something personal for you?
The answer's cool. Always cool.
I was
not creepy.
I was immediately going to say creepy, Mariah, actually, because I've been.
You're a marketer.
Well, it's funny.
It's not creepy. I'm
a more private person online. So there's not a lot out there about us, right? As a family. So the fact that,
wait, let me just interject. And just to give some context around that, this is the family that picks up Ubers a block down the street, so the Ubers don't know where this family lives.
Right, exactly.
Right. That's why she's not picking up her gift. She's like, who are you going to send it to? Not me.
Right. Well, exactly.
Where are you going to deliver it?
Maybe to Trevor. And then Trevor, when we see each other again, right? Then
Trevor's
you can.
never giving it back.
I'm not giving that to you. I like that gift.
For sure.
It never showed up.
Oh, yeah, right. Yeah. Oh, send it again. Yeah. No, I do. No, you're right, Robin. It's super cool. And I think we have such a unique perspective in that we're marketers. And so we were so intrigued by, well, how did they come to be? And tell me more. And even though I feel like I should know better, I absolutely judge things by the cover, right? By the packaging, by whatever, by the storefront, even though it's all a facade, which is literally what a storefront means, right? Like that's the literal meaning.
It's good, Jen.
I know. I'm kind of proud of myself that I just connected those dots 40 years later.
You struggle with analogies. Yeah.
Yes. It's not my forte. But anyway, I'm tricked all the time, even though I should know better. So anyway.
It's not tricking. It's engaging.
You're right.
Well,
It's compelling.
But I do love it, right? Like I think to quote Trevor, who probably is quoting somebody else, right? Like if you're watching a movie and you're saying, wow, what a great actor. Are they a good actor? Same applies to sales people, right? Like if you're like, oh, that's a good sales play. So when you do get to a point where you are suspending disbelief and you're just, innocently opening an email and instantly intrigued with it, and you're not seeing what's behind the curtain, or you're not realizing that there's a Wizard of Oz behind it, I think that is really powerful for sure.
Yeah.
Interesting that they're doing it at scale, right? I think in terms of automation.
For sure.
So I think what was also really interesting about this was the surround sound approach, which felt like it worked, right? Because if you hadn't read the email, you probably saw the LinkedIn, and the timing on those two was really good. Now, it looked like they were using LinkedIn's new conversation ads as part of that. Is that correct? Which is really just, Trevor, I'm sure you'll do it better justice. What is LinkedIn conversation ad?
Yeah, they're a nice way to kind of get a semblance of a chatbot into a historical sponsored email post. It basically just allows, for B2B, it's great because it allows you to send messaging to a larger audience and have them kind of self-identify who they are. So a lot of B2B clients that we work with, sometimes you get so precise on who you need to interact with that you can't get critical mass. So this allows you to maintain kind of critical mass, but also allow a user to self-identify and say, I am this person, so therefore I'm interested in X, Y, and Z, and start them down this path. And so the ad kind of gives them an initial message and gives them multiple choice options. They click one of the options and it sends them a new message right away that's kind of predefined. And then they get another set of multiple choice options to either give their information, visit the website, download something. There's kind of a lot of different angles you can take there.
Yeah, I love the choose your own adventure path.
Yeah.
Which LinkedIn, I think historically has been pretty thwarted, in terms of just the UI and the UX. And so the fact that they've kind of built this in, it just makes it better for not just the brand who's advertising, but for the prospect or the consumer who's on the other side of it.
which is great kind of baby step for personalization, because a lot of people really struggle with getting all of the data in one place and making it speak together well. So this is kind of a nice way to ease into that, where you don't have to have every single piece of data very, very clean and precise. You can still kind of have some room and allow a user to choose that for themselves.
Yeah. And I thought what was really interesting is that they sent me those emails on a Friday afternoon.
Oh, really?
Right? Because
what was the timing of the LinkedIn email versus the?
They were like a minute apart.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. They were so
which
close
is
together.
unusual too, that they would time it like that, but it worked. Well done, Marketo.
Well done, Marketo.
We're judgy.
Very judgy.
Right. Well, and they're marketing to marketers, right? Which is the part that I think makes it so difficult to stand out.
Yeah. And be authentic. I think that's the struggle, is not just give you any old thing and make it feel just generic, but it feels like they know where you are in your kind of journey. And right now it's maybe not ready to talk to somebody, but it is ready to just see how interested you are, get a little bit of engagement. Like you said, you may not be the target customer, and it seems like they know that, at least at scale. They don't maybe know exactly who you are, but they've done enough due diligence to understand that you are somebody who is appearing interested, probably just needs something to kind of start to increase that engagement a little bit, nurture you a little bit further, and start to make you an advocate, because giving something to you helps you want to give something back to them. And so that approach, I think, is a nice psychological way to ease you into the process.
They're slow playing you, Jem.
They are.
It works every time.
Oh, well, and as Trevor said, we are talking about it. So well done, Marketo. To summarize up sort of our key takeaways, what you can apply to your tactics from a sales perspective. Know your customer, right? Identify where they are. Use automation and other tools to help you figure that out. Offer them something of value, even if it is something like a gift. It puts them in the right mindset to give back to you. Use surround sound. So something like email and LinkedIn together, great way to do it, and help them cater their next path or step in their journey with you using tools like LinkedIn conversation ads. Anything I missed, guys? What else?
I don't think so.
Oh, well, that's amazing. All right. Well, this concludes episode number 2.